Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Mayfield now from the 50. Flushed out right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Mayfield. He's got his tight end fan. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And the touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you have to
Broncos get there and take him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
19-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Big hit there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Yeah, all that shit sold up.
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Oh, it's 4th down.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Fucking shit up.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. And the final Final seconds of the first half, and the Raiders are back within a score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for two.
Try there.
Throws left side. And he's got it. They convert for two, and that gets them even closer. Now a two-point game. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
A 61-yard attempt.
Oh, you taking it back to the crib. This nigga ran the opposite way.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles Cleary thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy holidays to you all at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. We'll start out west at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move towards halftime. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. 28-10, the final. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Bullshit right now.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway?
We got Floyd in the game. I mean, at the game. Him and Yaya with his grandbaby.
By much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns.
He's good. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
What the?
And that is
my God.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On second down, Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
First and goal.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll look to throw.
Oh, God, this nigga got me fucking way.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 29, too short of Ladainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen goal.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Oh, this nigga talking about some your brother waiting, and then
ultimately cannot get this out.
Oh, he must play your brother next.
As he's dropped at the 23.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
so now the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. All the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton.
I think I almost lost him last time I played them.
Now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
McManus's point after is good, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Oh!
Turn is going to be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. A monster game so far in 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in the route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to
I bet to it.
Pass down the middle is fought for and hold in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another big play here as they strike for 31. Reception here by Ruggs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to...
Let's go.
Touchdown, Raiders. Alexander Madison, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And that is caught for the 2 points.
We like that.
And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run ahead of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Penny.
And got the first.
He goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Penny. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
A gain of 12. First down, Broncos.
That's what you need to do. What kind of pistol? What you think you do? Holding Foles up.
We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even pressure is going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll come out throwing here to start.
Damn, this nigga fumbled it. Oh my God.
This is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Brandon McManus lining up for.
So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. On second down, this is Madison.
Oh, my gosh, he's so nice.
Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now back to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5.
Oh, this is a
He'll
touchdown.
let this go deep
Put
for
one that clock out.
It's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
That keeps the score. Raiders 40.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere.
I'm little score. If they get in scoring position.
Focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver's offense ready to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He completes this to Sutton. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's got his big tight end, Fan. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This is the tight end, Fan. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Got a man open and Sutton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They got a chance to strike.
This pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Mayfield on 3rd and 2.
Oh, my God.
Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked.
I'll show you why.
The excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Jalen Richard now on the return. And he returns this to the 22.
Right now.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So the Raiders now down on the scoreboard. 56 seconds to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. As they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
At the 48-yard line.
Oh, yeah. That's what we want. Matter of fact, I'm leaving that there.
He's back to throw. Left side.
Let's go.
And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
How you feel?
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out
That's how
outside.
you feel.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
New milestone.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
They'll look to throw.
What? Are you serious?
Touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
How many people are watching this one right here and gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat the 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal.
I ain't even feel like playing this shit.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge.
If they go into overtime, they deserve it.
The Raiders defense getting ready. They're looking for one final stop here. Put this game on ice. What's the message from the defensive coordinator here?
Don't overthink it. You know what you have to do. Let's get this game over with and get to the locker room.
Yeah, that's the key, right? Just get it over quickly. They don't want to deal with any extra time.
You don't want any extra time. You don't want to do something out of the ordinary that gives them an opportunity and hope. Go out there and play the way you know how.
That 1st down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Leaves it for Penny. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Oh!
It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. take us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for two and end this thing now.
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
And we are tied here in the fourth. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores,
I get ball first, man. It's over with. I almost pressed the wrong damn button. It's over with for them now. I told you Floyd was at the game. He had to put on the show for him.
As the kicks away. This will make it into the end zone.
We're going to lose, bro.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of
good block. Ruggs, good block.
Touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny.
Set up, man. Set up. Get off me, little baby.
He takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone.
This nigga almost had 16 yards. I can't even talk.
Run good for 18 and a first down.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it.
This is
They
a
don't
touchdown
want
right
three
here,
here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it.
Touchdown. Game over. All right, you ready to watch Snowfall?
They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Las Vegas. In overtime today.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra
Y'all thought they was
special.
gonna
Not
beat
only
me.
did I get full
Y'all thought that until I woke up.
this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at
That's
you
how I
trying
woke
to
up.
make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
Shit. That one he ain't in my team.
So for Las Vegas, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.
5 touchdowns.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
What you put in the oven? Oh. It's starving. I bet. Ruggs had 318 yards, 5 touchdowns. Bobby Scanlon had 133 touchdowns. Waller had a touchdown. Odell had no touchdown. Damn, Snowdale. It's all good though.